Let's get the shoulder shimmy. Hold on.
The shoulder shimmy. I love that gold thing on your neck.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I do.
It'll be around my neck later. Put it around your dick. This is like the fanciest cock ring.
That is like the fanciest cock ring ever. It's like interlinked.
Listen, cock rings can be fashionable.
I don't think they're healthy. I think you can hurt yourself with those.
Yeah, but you go out with a bang.
You go
out with a
my dick exploded, but it was worth it.
Listen, when I was on the ambulance, I had a call with a little...
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, no. Boo.
Yeah. Popped.
His dick popped?
A vein popped.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a minute. Oh, that's terrible.
He was not happy.
Oh, that's awful.
But he was still oriented enough to be embarrassed and not want me there. And I'm like, you can be on your own. I don't need to help, dude, but...
Oh, that is...
Trust me, you don't want it. See, that was a medic call because I'm like, he needs the meds. Like, he needs morphine now.
I don't even know what you need at that point.
It's so funny. The cops are like, he's a drug seeker. I'm like, I don't care. You pop your dick, you get Demerol.
Yeah, I will give you whatever you want. If you are so committed that you break a bone or pop your dick, then you can have all the morphine. I'll give it to you.
You can have all the morphine.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I admire your commitment.
It's funny though, his partner was like, I'm traumatized too, can I have some? Like, no, that's
not how it works.
That's not how morphine works. Like, you're not my patient.
I see all of you are making good decisions in here.
Yeah, good decisions. They were using all the drugs and having all the sex.
Good decisions on top of good decisions.
Good decisions abound. Oh yeah. I was like that. Priapism and
oh god,
vein.
Oh man.
Boom.
Oh god, that's terrible.
Yeah, I feel like I got all the sex calls because they always want a female on, a female call, and people did some janky shit.
I don't know. I think once people get into the realm of Slaanesh, it just gets. There's this old thing from the 1970s.
Mm-hmm.
It's still around now. It's called Warhammer, and it's a nerd thing. So they have these.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a sex thing.
You're like, I have never done the Warhammer.
So later tonight, what are we doing?
I have never done the Warhammer.
I mean, I feel like I'm pretty experienced.
That sounds pretty aggressive.
I can do aggressive. All right, Warhammer nerd thing.
So it's interesting because it's almost based on kind of a Jungian view, where the collective unconscious of the universe coalesces into these gods, and because the universe is all fucked up, it coalesces into these 4 chaotic gods that represent the kind of the worst of sentient life.
I love a chaotic god. If I'm gonna worship you, give me some chaos.
Some chaos, yes.
All right, keep going. Tell me about the 4 gods.
So there's Khorne.
There is not a god called Khorne.
That's what the band named their band.
Like the backwards K?
Yeah, that's
all day I dream about sex?
Yes, Khorne with a K. They stole that from, well, they didn't steal it, but it's an homage to Warhammer, I think.
Really?
Yes. They were nerds, I believe.
Khorne, yeah, they could fuck with.
Can't you see that they're
I could see the long hair, the Adidas suits, doing Dungeons and Dragons, like,
it's the ultimate nerd stuff. Literally, they sit there and they paint little miniature people, and then they play a game where they roll dice and they measure out in inches because each little guy can move a certain number of inches.
Are you talking from experience?
No, I've never done this. No, yeah. I'm only familiar with it.
Right, right.
It was one of all the weird shit you got into in COVID. You're sitting there and you're just, oh my god, I can't deal with it. I don't know how I'm gonna get through another day. And then you fall into a weird internet rabbit hole, and you're like, what is a Warhammer? And then 12 hours later, you're like, I know everything about Warhammer.
All right, so there's 4 gods. The first one's Khorne.
Yes.
K-O-R-N.
Yes, he is the blood god.
The corn god is the blood god?
Yes, I mean, he's not the god of, like, corn, like vegetables.
I mean, he named himself, man.
He didn't name himself. He coalesced out of our collective unconscious of our violent impulses. He became the living embodiment of violence.
He was symbolic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they all live in this place called the immaterium, where it's like all people's psychic energy pours into.
Oh, okay. Tell me all about this.
And then as their emotions and energy pours into this immaterial realm, it like collects into little pools which can coalesce into a being. So if there is...
So we take them within ourselves.
Yeah, so they work on the universe, but they're also a product of the universe. It's like they enslave people, but they also are the product of those people. So they don't really have any goals other than to increase the emotions that is what they are. So all Korn cares about is making more violence. So he just wants to make people more violent.
They want to potentiate.
Yes, and that makes him stronger.
Okay, so he's down with violence.
He's down with violence.
All right.
It's blood for the blood god.
Is there a sex god? There's a sex god.
That's Slaanesh. Yes.
I knew there was a sex god. There's always a sex god.
Well, she's...
Of course it's a she.
No, it's a bi-gender. It's both male and female.
Even better.
It's a lady with a dick.
Oh, perfection.
Yes.
We were talking about my lady dick the last time we did this. I foretold the sex god.
You foretold.
I am the sex god. You can be Korn with your rageful ass.
Your rageful ass. No,
and I can be the sex god. Hey, my big dick.
No, I'm the bird god. That's Tzeentch. He's the god of knowledge and deception.
We'll get to that. All right, but tell me about the sex god, Lady Dick.
So there was this race of super psychic space elves.
A space elf?
Yeah, space elves. You know, space elves.
All right, see, I won't do Elf on the Shelf, but I will fuck with a space elf.
So yeah, space elves.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
And the space elves are the most psychic of all the creatures.
Of course.
Just like humans are the most violent, so they made Korn because we're assholes. So Korn came into existence because people are assholes.
Yeah,
and
agreed.
Slaanesh came into existence because these psychic elves were super horny.
Okay, so the psychic elves are super horny.
Well, they weren't super horny. They were super depraved.
Okay.
They were
and depravity leads to sexualization?
Well, depravity leads to the hedonic treadmill. And that's the guy with the cock ring. It's like, oh, did you enjoy sex? And okay, now you need sex and cocaine. Now you need sex and cocaine.
How did you know there was cocaine?
There's always cocaine. Anytime a story ends, any story that's worth telling begins with cocaine.
The cops are standing there.
Yes.
And they are so because everyone in the room other than me is a dude just freaking out over this guy's dick. And there's lines of coke, and the cop's like, coke. I don't even care. This dude's dick has exploded. I don't even know if we need to get into the cocaine.
There are things that literally the cops would be like, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
They're like,
dude, if your dick explodes, like you can go bump a couple of lines. I'll look the other way.
He's like, Jimmy, just vacuum it up. Like, let's just.
I might be a cop, but I also got a dick, and that don't look good.
I am a cop. I am sworn to uphold the law, but I also have a dick.
They need to teach. That's what community policing needs to be. The empathy. I too have a dick.
I too have a dick.
God.
Yes.
Korn god.
Yes, god of blood and bone.
Blood and blood.
Blood for the blood god, bone for the bone throne.
Bone throne.
Bone throne.
Is that the sex god?
No.
The bone throne should be the sex throne.
No, Korn sits on the bone throne.
I don't sit on the bone throne.
You would sit on the bone throne.
I believe I have.
Yes, ma'am. anything you want.
I know, I'm the one who edits, so
Yes,
I can cut
ma'am.
all that out.
Well, then cut out this part. I like when...
Bone thrown.
Bone thrown.
Alright, bone
Yeah.
thrown, blood, Khorne god.
Yeah, he's pretty simple. He just wants everyone to murder everyone all the time.
Got it.
But
Are
here's
these like the 4 horsemen?
No, they're no.
You say that like it was so unreasonable.
Hang your head out the window in shame. I mean, I guess that, but that's the thing is they also have a certain duality to them. So as much as Khorne is the blood god and he wants violence all the time, he's also the god of honor.
He's layered.
Yes.
Okay.
He's also about, he doesn't want to fuck with magic. He doesn't even want a gun. He's like, I want everyone to kill each other with swords.
Right,
And
like they're supposed to.
Fight honorably, and the conflict, the struggle is what I am about.
I think a lot of chaotic and violent traditions do have honor within them. Ninjas, samurai.
Well, none of those things are real, though. I mean, those are
The
just...
concepts.
Yeah, the concept does. But it's like, you can't
I
say
love how you're pissing on the samurai and ninja, but you're like, the Khorne god,
Well,
that one.
You can talk about that because it's not real. But if you talk about like a ninja or a knight,
Because those
and
are
they
real.
have honor,
You don't
they
think
were real, but
weren't knights supposed to have honor? We're gonna go slaughter some shit, but
no,
like
they were just assholes who basically killed peasants all the time. Samurai's the same
with
thing.
heavy outfits.
Yeah, they wore armor. So no one could hurt them because they were pussies, and they basically oppressed the people. They were just dicks, but they had really good.
Unlike the Khorne god.
Yes.
Who wasn't a dick.
Korn he's about equality. He doesn't care who you are,
Equal opportunity.
where you come from. He doesn't care if you're royal or peasant blood. It only matters that you are ready for battle. That's it.
Was he down with killing women?
He's down with killing everyone.
Alright, so he's an equal opportunist.
Everyone. Are you a woman who kills women? Or are you a man who kills man? He does not care. He just wants the blood. The blood. And he wants you to get the blood honorably. He doesn't want you to like be up on
Sneak up on someone.
No.
You go to battle.
No, he gets you nothing if you're in a spaceship and you blow up a city from space. That's nothing. You've got to get down there, get a big ass sword, and you need to get the blood yourself.
You need skin in the game.
You need skin in the game.
Alright,
It's about the violence, not the death.
Oh, okay.
But that's why he has a very kind of collective unconscious. It is that sadistic drive to hurt people, which is inherent in all sentient life.
That we all have.
We all have. We are all. Sadism is not a thing where it's a binary, where it's you are a sadist or you aren't a sadist. We are all on a continuum of sadism. Because there once was a race of golden monkeys who were not sadistic at all, and we murder fucked them out of existence. Yeah, we ate them.
We took them over.
We were like, oh, you guys are so peaceful and kind. Like, yeah, we're gonna eat you. Sorry. Yeah, we're awful.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry about the cantaloupe.
It's funny because there was probably maybe as much as 100 different intelligent ape species on the Earth at one time, like 800,000 years ago.
And we fucked them all.
We murder fucked them all out of existence.
Nice.
We hunted them down and just wiped them out.
Ancestors.
Yeah.
I
Goals.
come from good stuff.
Goals. So
Opposable thumbs and fuck you.
It's funny because Jane Goodall, she was the first to observe this in nature, but most ape species will go bananas to kill other ape species, monkeys and stuff like even gorillas, which are super peaceful. If they see like a little monkey walking around, they go bananas and they rip it apart. So I think there's an inherent sadism in the ape species, especially towards other apes. They don't show that behavior to any other animal.
So it's like the PTA.
Yeah, so it's like the PTA, exactly.
Just ripped apart.
Yes.
You're like me.
Yes.
Let me destroy you.
I don't
Just they wear cardigans.
Exactly.
Got
They're
it.
like, you're a little different than me. You're a different kind of ape than me. I really want to hurt you.
You stand out. I'd like to rip you apart while I wear pearls.
Blood for the blood god. Like,
Blood for the blood god. I have been to that meeting.
I don't want to kill you. I really just want you to suffer.
It really is about the violence.
It's about the violence.
You don't need to die. I just need to commit
atrocities against you.
Atrocities against nature, and then we're good.
Yeah, and then we're good.
We eat organic, gluten-free muffins.
Like, then I can go back to the PTA and be around all my other cardigan moms, but I gotta find the hot mom and tear her to pieces.
Yeah, they have fun with that.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever experienced that.
Never. I have never gone into a room full of women and have them be mean to me, ever. That's never happened. They're always so welcoming and peaceful.
I know, behind those
and have
smiling
no
faces.
instant snap judgments or issues. You have big hair. We hate you. You're different than us.
What in the...
Alright, so we have the corn god.
Yes.
The sex god. Slaanesh?
Slaanesh.
Slaanesh.
Like slutty, but
like the Laverne and Shirley opening. Camille, what is that?
Shamil. Shamal. I think those are Yiddish words, though.
Okay. So different than the sex god. So Laverne and Shirley is different than the sex god.
Sex god, yes.
Got it. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
That makes sense.
So tell me about the sex god. What's her deal other than she has a big dick?
Yeah, she's got a big dick.
Yeah, obviously.
And
so do I.
She's really kind of rapey. She's not.
Oh, I can't get down with that.
Yeah, she's not like big into the consent.
Oh, well.
It's not a fun sex. See, that's the thing.
It's not a fun sex.
It's like...
Alright, so sex god, no consent, I'm over her. Who's the third one?
So then you have Nergal.
Who named these?
I don't know. This is
Nergal?
He's the gross god.
Alright, well he has a gross name.
He has a gross name. You know when you're naming something, like, you gotta have a kind of sound. Like, Khorne is very, like, I'm gonna murder you.
What is Khorne like?
Khorne. Khorne. What are you doing? I'm a blood god. I'm gonna murder you. Khorne. It's one syllable.
Got it.
Slaanesh, it's got a more of a slutty kind of sound to it. Nergal. That sounds like Whipple.
Whipple Street.
Whipple Street.
Whipple.
So he's the god of disease, but also transcendence of disease.
So he also heals?
He heals by nihilism.
Explain that.
So when you're really deep into Nergal's shit, you become so diseased that you are numb to pain, and you no longer care about your physical body anymore. You've given it up.
Like severe apathy?
Yes, it's almost like healing despair.
Healing despair?
When you have become so detached from your existence that you no longer care what happens to you, happens to your body. You don't care if you're diseased and covered in boils and all. You've transcended it. Nergal is about transcendence of your life, but also about gross disease.
But not transcendence, because transcendence leads to something positive. If it's just apathy and major depression, that's not transcendence.
Well,
that's just nothing.
It's transcendence the way a monster would look at transcendence.
Okay.
That's why it's like a healing nihilism.
It doesn't get to self-actualization.
Exactly.
But you do get over it. Okay.
To Nergal, it's like when you stop caring what happens to you, that's when you've transcended. Which is what an awful thing would think of transcendence.
Okay, got it.
And then the last one is I think his name is Tzeentch? Something like that.
The wine, what is it? Zinfandel. I'm gonna call him Zinfandel.
Got one of those weird names that has
hooker wine.
X's and Z's and all sorts of letters in the wrong order.
Okay. So what's Xenu's issue?
No, Xenu is the alien god of the Scientologists.
Sure.
This guy, he's like a bird god.
Okay, and this is the one you rock with.
Yeah.
You fuck with him.
He's the god of plans and knowledge and deceit and plans inside of plans and mazes and he's the guy who just makes Rube Goldberg machines. You never hear of that? You know the old game Mousetrap?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you could just put a little net on the mouse, or you could have the boot go on the plane and roll around. That's what Tzeentch does. That's all he does. It's like
strategy.
Overly complicated plans, because that's just what he's about. He's just about.
And he's male, not female. I would think a woman would represent that.
Yeah.
Overly complicated, strategic, a tad evil. I mean, that kind of one sounds like me.
Just loving the deceit and the plan.
Loves chaos, loves deceit,
chaos.
Trying to fuck you up, intelligent.
Wants to make a plan where you fuck yourself up because he knows you're gonna make the wrong move, so he plans it for you to fuck yourself up.
That just seems like a woman dating.
Yeah, he's very much like the monkey's paw kind of thing. Like,
all right,
I'll give you a wish. Oh, but you didn't phrase it right. Now you're fucked.
Trickery, very puckish.
Yes, very puckish. But then also, again, he has the positive aspect of being about knowledge.
Do they all have positives and negatives?
They do.
Okay.
They do. And that's kind of that old Jungian idea of chaos is chaos is destructive, but it is also how you get out of stasis.
Okay.
Like you can't change without a little chaos. So if you're constantly disciplined and in order all the time, that order becomes oppressive.
So you learn to appreciate the chaos because it does catapult you forward.
That's the basic idea of a chaos god, is it shakes things up. And the alternative is like a tyrannical order where nothing ever changes and everything remains constant forever.
And you don't think for yourself.
Exactly. So I think that's always been one of the Jungian concepts, is you need this balance between discipline and order and chaos and change.
I like that.
So
all right.
I think whoever was writing this was really, in a very intelligent way, playing with those ideas of how chaos is a part of our psychology.
And can be good for you.
And can be good for you, but only when controlled. And so the idea of these chaos gods is chaos uncontrolled, and that makes everything terrible. Because everywhere these gods go, it's just terrible. The whole universe is terrible. That's the whole setting, is everything's awful all the time. Everyone's murdering each other.
Now. Got it.
Pretty much current life.
Oh my! This is so parallel to politics.
Yeah, a little bit.
Got it. I mean, I can think of. I'm seeing the faces of certain politicians as the god.
And they all seem to. I mean, that's always the idea with Jung, he talks about these archetypes. Like there's not a lot of different ways to be human.
Yeah, what is it? 20 archetypes?
Something like that. And you can play with the idea of archetypes.
I'm the lover.
Oh, you're the lover?
I'm the lover.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just really like the title. They're all kind of bullshit. I mean, this is one of those like Reddit quizzes.
Yes.
Answer 5 questions that are very pointed, and we're going to sell you advertising.
Oh, okay.
But you can post it to Facebook and be cute for a hot second.
And what
psychological archetype? I'm
look at me. Oh, I'm an emperor. Oh, I'm a what is it?
Hermit. Hermaphrodite and hermit are
Hierophant.
Those are tarot cards. But tarot cards are archetypes.
I thought the tarots were based on the art. No?
Yes, some of them are.
Some of them are.
I don't know if they're based on, but they're very
archetypal.
Archetypal. That sounds like a dirty word. I want to archetypal you.
Oh, I like to give you the archetypal.
Yeah, what did you do last night? Well, my man had me in an archetypal girl.
Then he gave me the Warhammer.
Listen,
by the end I was yelling, blood for the blood god! Bone for the bone throne!
Instead of screaming out, oh my god, I'm gonna scream out these gods.
Please do! If you do, I will be there on my birthday!
Right there, Khorne!
On my birthday, I need you to yell, bone for the bone throne!
Yes! Bone for the bone.
Bone for the bone throne.
I love you that much.
I know you do. I know you love me that much.
That's real love.
When you agree to yell out bone for the bone throne.
Listen, it's romance.
It is romance.
It's romance.
It's so deep, archetypal.
Bend me over with all that romance. Hit it from that back.
You need
Romantic thing.
What did you say last night? Crack that.
Crack the back.
What is that? What the kids are saying
Sometimes
that.
you just need your back cracked. I can't look over and be like, hey babe, crack my back. And you did.
That's what the kids call the sex now, right?
Do you think I know anything about being hip or young?
No.
Not one goddamn thing.
They refer to the sex. I don't like